Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 201, and I'm continuing the story of Aladdin and the wondrous lamp. You might remember that Aladdin and the princess working together had poisoned the magician who had fallen over dead. Regaining possession of the lamp, Aladdin had asked the genie to take the palace back to Persia, and the Sultan rejoiced at seeing it back in its place, rushing over to see if indeed his daughter was alive and well. Aladdin showed him the body of the dead magician, letting him know what had happened. And Aladdin and the princess at that point hoped that they would be able to live in some peace and harmony. But it was not to be so. For you see, the African magician, he had a brother. The brother was perhaps more evil than he was. Hearing all that had taken place, he vowed to seek revenge for his brother's death. He made his way to Persia, and he began to become acquainted with the area. He heard that there was a famous holy woman there, Fatima was her name, and one day he went to see her. She welcomed him, and once they were alone in a room, he pulled out a dagger and threatened to kill her if she did not follow his directions. He had her take off her clothes and give them to him, and he put them on, dressing himself as her, in order that no one would know what had happened. This cruel man slayed this holy woman. And then off into the streets he went. And as he did, well, everyone knew who she was. Fatima was the one who could heal a person by her touch, and seldom did she come out. People surrounded her, asking for her touch, asking for her healing. And the magician's brother reached out and touched one after another as he made his way slowly as Fatima toward Aladdin and the princess's palace. Now, as he went through the streets, the crowd grew larger and larger and louder, so well before Fatima, the false Fatima, arrived at the palace, the princess could hear a commotion. As it grew nearer, she asked one of her servants, one of her maids, to go off into the streets and find out what was going on. Her servant quickly went out and made her way through the gathering crowds until she could reach what was the center of the commotion, and saw there the holy woman Fatima giving her blessings to the people. The serving maid went back and told the princess who it was. And the princess asked her maid to go down and invite the false Fatima in, for the princess had always wished to meet her. This the servant did, and we shall hear tomorrow what happens next.